On December 9th, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan announced the beginning of a bright period in Syria's history. He has openly embraced his role in the efforts to overthrow Bashar al-Assad. Just a few years ago, Erdogan boasted about his wife's friendship with the former Syrian president's spouse, while also expressing his belief that Syria was a lost part of the Ottoman Empire, vowing to actively influence the country's politics. The Turkish authorities have long been supplying their proxies in Syria with money and weapons, although even in Ankara, the sudden offensive in Aleppo was not expected to end so successfully. They intend to maximize the benefits of the outcome. The main achievement has been the near neutralization of Russian and Iranian influence in the region. The rapid offensive launched by armed rebels from Idlib province towards Aleppo on November 27th took many by surprise. However, Turkey, which has been providing logistical support to the Syrian National Army, SNA, for years, was not among them. In the early days of the offensive, Turkish authorities emphasized their non-involvement and commitment to Syria's territorial integrity. But on December 6th, as rebels approached Damascus, Erdogan dropped the facade, Idlib, Hama, Homs, and of course, the ultimate goal, Damascus. We hope this march of the opposition continues without any incidents or problems. Erdogan claims that Ankara offered Assad negotiations until the last moment, but the latter refused. The ousted Syrian leader has not commented on this, but he has indeed rejected any agreements with Erdogan in recent years, demanding the withdrawal of Turkish troops from Syrian territory as a precondition. Despite Moscow's attempts to mediate and provide a platform for negotiations, Erdogan may have decided to mock Assad, stating, he did not accept the outstretched hand. Now, with Assad fleeing Syria and finding refuge in Russia, Erdogan has the opportunity to reach Damascus and pray in the Umayyad Mosque, as he publicly dreamed of doing 12 years ago, when Assad was last close to defeat. By the time the Arab Spring began in 2011, Erdogan's Justice and Development Party, AKP, had been in power in Turkey for about a decade. For many, it was a model of combining Islamic values with democracy. Erdogan, emerging from Islamist circles, insisted he was not an Islamist but a conservative Democrat. As revolutions swept the Arab world, the Turkish model was seen as a guiding star for emerging Islamist movements, such as Ennahda in Tunisia and the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt. Erdogan became a true hero of the Arab Street, receiving applause during his visits to Arab countries, where he offered paternal advice on combining Islam and democracy. However, as the Syrian civil war erupted, Erdogan's rhetoric shifted, and he began to see Assad's days as numbered. Erdogan and Assad came to power around the same time, establishing a friendly relationship that included family ties. However, as the Arab Spring unfolded, Erdogan initially urged Assad to implement reforms. Observing the fall of other Arab dictators, he became convinced that Assad's time was also up. Turkey gradually became a hub for the Syrian opposition, including armed factions, and Erdogan's rhetoric towards Assad turned hostile. Following Russia's military intervention in September 2015, Assad regained control over more than 50% of Syrian territory. In 2017, the Astana process established de-escalation zones in Syria, with Turkey committing to prevent violence in Idlib. However, Ankara's role was more complex, as it sought to maintain influence while dealing with the Kurdish issue. The emergence of Kurdish autonomy in northern Syria has been a significant concern for Turkey. Kurdish forces played a crucial role in defeating ISIS, but Ankara views them as an extension of the PKK, a designated terrorist organization in Turkey. Erdogan has conducted limited military operations against Kurdish groups, but has sought a more decisive victory. Among the Syrian rebels, the SNA is distinct from the jihadist group Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, HTS, which has historical ties to al-Qaeda. HTS's leader, Abu Muhammad al-Julani, has sought to distance himself from these affiliations while aiming for international recognition. Erdogan's support could be pivotal for HTS, as he seeks to consolidate power in Syria and manage the return of millions of Syrian refugees from Turkey.